Massive changes are coming to USCIS family visa petition starting this September 2025, and if you're filing an I-130 for a spouse, parent, or child, what you don't know could delay your case. From faster processing to virtual interviews and new digital rules, here's what every family needs to know before these updates kick in. First, let's start with the big headline. USCIS is implementing a new processing model for I-130 petitions aimed at reducing backlogs and speeding up family reunification. That's right, after years of delays and long wait times, USCIS is finally taking steps to modernize the system. Starting September 2025, a centralized digital processing system will be used for all I-130 filings, whether submitted from inside the US or overseas. This means less paper, more efficiency, and better tracking for applicants and petitioners. Under the new model, once your I-130 is submitted, it will be routed to the fastest available service center, regardless of where you live. This is a shift away from the traditional method where petitions were assigned based on geographic location. What does this mean for you? It could significantly reduce wait times for initial processing, especially in high-volume states like California, New York, and Florida. Another major update involves online filing and supporting documents. Starting September, USCIS will require all petitioners to upload supporting documents directly through their online account. That includes proof of relationship, marriage certificates, birth certificates, photos, affidavits, and more. The system will prompt users to submit all necessary evidence upfront to avoid request for evidence, RFEs, later in the process. If you're not tech-savvy, now's the time to get comfortable with the USCIS portal because it's becoming the central hub for communication, status updates, and document submissions. Now let's talk about interviews. One of the more interesting changes is that USCIS is expanding the use of virtual interviews for certain family-based visa categories. For example, some spouses of US citizens may be eligible to complete their interviews remotely via secure video conferencing. This option won't be available for everyone, especially if your case involves red flags or missing documentation, but it's a major step toward making the process more accessible, especially for those living far from a USCIS field office. Another significant change involves the visa bulletin and how priority dates are handled. Starting in September, USCIS and the Department of State will begin releasing visa bulletin predictions 3 months in advance. This will allow applicants to plan better and potentially prepare documents and medical exams earlier. While this doesn't change the number of available visas or quotas, it does give families more visibility into when their loved ones might be able to move forward in the process. For those petitioning for relatives abroad, here's something to note: consular processing timelines are also expected to shift. With USCIS streamlining I-130 approvals on the front end, the National Visa Center, NVC, is also updating its system to match. A new scheduling algorithm will begin prioritizing cases based on document completeness and interview readiness, rather than just first come first served. So, if you're filing for someone overseas, make sure you respond quickly to any NVC document requests. Submitting everything completely and correctly the first time could bump your case forward in the line. Let's not forget about fees. While USCIS already adjusted filing fees earlier in 2025, there's a new policy coming into effect this September that could impact some filers. Fee waivers will now be processed automatically for eligible petitioners using online forms. That means if you qualify based on income or other factors, you can upload proof directly, and the system will instantly apply the waiver if all criteria are met. No more waiting weeks for a separate review of your fee waiver application. Also, beginning in September, USCIS will start sending real-time case alerts via email and text, not just for status updates, but also for action items. So if they need you to upload a new document, update your address, or respond to an RFE, you'll get notified much faster. It's a small change, but it could save applicants weeks of waiting or the risk of missing a deadline. Lastly, USCIS will roll out a new relationship verification unit, a dedicated team of officers trained to review the legitimacy of family-based petitions, especially marriage-based cases. This is aimed at reducing fraud and speeding up approvals for genuine cases. This team will work with AI-assisted tools to flag inconsistencies early, so if your documentation is clear and your relationship is legitimate, this could work in your favor by getting your petition reviewed faster. So what should you do now? If you're planning to file an I-130 soon, get organized. Scan and prepare all your supporting documents, open a USCIS online account, and keep a close eye on updates from both USCIS and the Department of State. If your case is already in process, log in and make sure your contact information is up to date so you don't miss any critical updates. And if you're unsure about how the new system will affect your specific case, talk to a qualified immigration attorney to make sure you're taking full advantage of these updates. This September 2025 update is one of the biggest shifts in the I-130 process we've seen in years. More efficiency, better tech, and faster decisions. It's all designed to get families reunited sooner. So stay informed, stay prepared, and you'll be ahead of the game.